This is basically going to be a full tutorial on what not to do at the pottery wheel. Alright, number one. I did two things wrong. When I stuck my ball of clay down, I put it way off centered. The other thing I did was I didn't press it down very hard at all. Now, you might think that me having this clay here was the problem. That's not actually the problem. Your clay ball will stick nicely to that. The problem is that I didn't put enough pressure. So, let's try this again. I might actually want to smooth some of this off, just get rid of those chunks. And now that this is all chunky, I think I will want to clean it off and start fresh. So then what we need to do is pop it down. You don't have to actually smack it down, but line it up with the ring so it's nice and centered, and then press. Press good and hard. And you can check it by wiggling it. Okay, what am I doing wrong here? A couple things. I'm using my fingers just flat pressed against the clay, which they aren't very strong. I have my elbows out. Probably can't quite see it on the video, but my elbows aren't even supported on anything, and I'm just out here pushing, trying to use all my muscles. Oh, and thirdly, I'm going way too slow. You're just basically not going to get any work done, and your hands are just kind of like trying to anticipate where the spin is. And what you want to be doing is just bracing everything and then just resisting the clay. If you're braced solid, the clay is just going to respond to wherever your hands are, and it's going to basically be pushed into place. All right, what I'm doing wrong now is I'm not pressing hard enough. The clay is not moving. Another actually kind of secret way to know that I'm not pressing hard enough is if I can sit here and press for like 30 seconds and the clay is still wet or even has slip on it, then I'm not pressing hard enough. If you're braced and you're pressing hard enough, by the time you release after about 5 or 10 seconds, the clay is going to be dry and sticky, and so is your hand. Okay, here's another one. So now I'm just going for broke. You probably even start to be able to hear the wheel strain under the weight. Yeah, hear that? That's how much friction there is between my hand and the wheel. See how dry that is? That's like rough. That's just brutal. See, there's a little slip there and everything else is just bone dry. That makes it really hard to center. So wet your hands a bit. Press for a few seconds. I like to do 3 seconds and then take 2 seconds to release. If you do that once hard enough, it'll actually dry out in that amount of time. If you do it twice, it's already getting too dry. So that's down here, that's too dry. Still a little moisture up there, but dry. Okay, here's the other thing. This move. That's way too much water. I don't know if you can see into the splash pan, but that already just filled up with water, and the water went spraying off my wheel. And that was sort of a clean version. The other one is this. Just flooding it. That's all very unnecessary. In fact, I'm going to pull some of that water out of my splash pan before somebody drowns in it. The way to control the water is a couple light dips of your hand. Do make sure you get water all the way up to your palm and then set it on and go for it. Here's some other things I see. Okay, the problem here is my hands are not connected. See how they're moving separately, independently? If you connect them, then they will work together, and the clay will have a harder time pushing them around. If it tries to push one, it's going to hit the other one. So connect them. Doesn't matter what technique you're using. If you have them separate, then they're working separately like this. But if you have them connected, then they can work together and they'll do better. That's getting dry, so I'm going to get more water. Okay, here's another one. Okay, see what's happening here? I'm pushing, my right hand is not pushing in on the side, it's pushing down. Both of my hands really are pushing down. So I'm getting this clay like slipping out underneath my hand and flattening out onto the wheel. This clay is not going to be very strong or happy. So there are two ways to fix it. If you feel comfortable with it, you can sort of take this bottom part of your hand and be a little aggressive right there and press it into that clay, see? And press it up. But if you have rough clay, you got to be careful about pushing your hand down into the bat, because it can kind of rub your skin raw. So another way to fix that is to just take your wooden rib and brace it with two hands and come in and scrape that away to get rid of it. Now you have a nice fresh ball of clay to work with. And now you're going to straighten your hand up and push from the side rather than pushing down. See how my hand is straight up and down? Like a handshake. All right, when we're making the hole, oh, like this. Just fighting it. Smooth that back out. And then brace your finger. Find the center. If you keep just going like this, it's getting really sticky. I'm starting to stick to it. See, it's pulling me around. Just stop, add water. There we go. Now I can go in pretty smoothly. Okay, another thing is pulling open. You just keep coming way out like this. See how I've pulled the pot almost off the wall right there? That weakens it. All right, now I'm trying to do the pinch. Alright, what happened there? See how dry it got? So it's bone dry right here. You can almost see how my finger was sticking to it. And I wasn't bracing it with my other hand at all. Just going for it. A lot of times what happens is this. You get up to here, you're trying to straighten it out. Oh my gosh, straighten out. Oh, okay, I got it. Oh, there it goes. Pretty cool spiral. But not a very good pot. I tore right through it because I over thinned it. I crushed the wall. It was too thin, and I tried to press down on top and crushed it. Sometimes people will cut the rim like this. Here's what that did. Left it very uneven. The way you want to cut the rim is slow the wheel down. Press the needle against your thumb. Use your finger on the inside to support it. and do the needle at a little bit of an angle and slowly go in with everything braced, and it'll just pop free. One problem I see a lot is pinching and pulling up without adding any water, and then you just get so dry that you just stick to it and pinch right through. Okay, so those are a handful of common mistakes that beginners make over and over. If you'd like to learn how to fix them, check out the link in the description.